voters in Broward County just approved the $800 million bond, and 10% of that is going to be going towards technology. Can you describe for us what the current integration of technology in the schools look like? And then the second part of that is, what's the plan to use those funds that will be allocated for technology to really expand or improve upon that?
Technology in the district is one that varies from school to school, so it's very uneven. But in general, our student to computer ratio is 5-to-1. Over 60% of our computers are out of warranty status, which means they're greater than 5 years old. And the infrastructure needs are continuing to grow. So there are a number of things that are in place in the district. One is we're replacing the older machines that we have. Number two, we're adding more computers to our environment so that we can reduce the student to computer ratio. And third, we're expanding the bandwidth, the internet access into our schools so they can handle greater traffic, greater capacity as we move forward. So those are the infrastructure pieces. The bond will allow us to begin to make some significant progress in ensuring that our students and our teachers have adequate access to technology that's just a standard part of the educational process today. On top of all that, we need to ensure that our teachers, our instructional staff have appropriate training, professional development, and support to make the technology work. So as we deployed one of our initiatives this past year that we're extremely proud of, the Digital 5, where we took 27 of our elementary schools, 3,200 students, and all of their teachers. Everyone received a laptop computer. The students had the opportunity to take them home. They could bring them back to school. It was really kind of their own personal device. The content was in digital format. It was about creating personalized learning environments, but we took a lot of time on the front side in the summer and late spring to provide training and professional development to those teachers, and we worked with our technology department to make sure that there was sufficient support infrastructure to ensure that these computers were highly reliable, that there weren't any issues in the classrooms, and that had worked really well. We are certainly going to use that same strategy as we deploy technology into this district and continue to leverage the innovations that it affords us.
Great, great. So let's go back a little bit. You are an innovator, you're a thought leader in this field, you have founded companies. Go back with me and tell me a little bit about your involvement with technology, with things like Computer Services Corp and Advanced Data Corp, and your work in Chicago and with educational technology. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Probably the half of my career, maybe a little more, has been in the technology space. When I graduated from college, I worked for Arthur Andersen in their management consulting division, which is now called Accenture. Worked on a lot of management consulting and IT projects where we implemented large-scale systems for large public sector and private sector companies. I went on to work at other entities such as Computer Sciences Corporation. I founded my own computer business and management consulting business as well. Ran that for almost a decade. Did large-scale implementations of what we call ERP systems like Oracle, SAP. And then I got into education as the Chief Information Officer for the Chicago Public Schools, running a technology infrastructure that spanned over 700 sites and 150,000 computers, over 40,000 users, very large technology infrastructure environment. So I do have quite a bit of background there, but it's bigger than just the actual technology itself. It's really about how do you use technology to transform businesses, right? How do you use them to create competitive advantage in the industry? How do you use them to help people to be far more productive? In essence, how do you use technology to become a real game changer in outcomes for the business or institution that you have. And so that same perspective is what I bring to public education when I think about technology. How do we leverage that as a tool to help teachers be more efficient, help them to be more innovative, and at the same time meet our students today where they are. We have a different generation of students. We can't tell them to divorce themselves from technology. We need to embrace technology and use that as a way to engage their learning and personalize their learning. Technology allows us to have a classroom where every kid could be at a different stage of learning for a particular standard or skill that they're on, and it enables us to do that in a very effective way. So I'm pretty excited about technology finally becoming more integrated into the public education space.